Hey, what's going on, everyone? Vega here for SerpentX Tech, and in this video I want to go over how to store your AI models or some of your AI models at a different storage location or directory, specifically with OLlama. And one of the reasons a user might want to do this is because maybe their main OS drive, right, their C drive, is only a 512 gigabyte or a 1 terabyte drive, but their other drives or additional drives are a lot bigger and can store a lot more of these models because they do take up quite a bit of space. And the way you can do this is with environmental variables. And we're going to show you that right now. First of all, if you go to OLlama.com, you can download it in the upper right-hand corner. But then when you go to models, there's a bunch of different models to choose from. Not just DeepSeek, but plenty of other models out there. And if we choose one of them, you would see the different options on the left-hand side, the 70B, which is going to take about 43 gigabytes. And as I'm looking at my drives, I'm running out of room storing these models locally on my machine. Now, why would somebody want to do these locally? Because maybe they want to utilize the centralized AI applications through the cloud that could build a profile, build data, build information about you, the end user, and they just want to run and test locally, play around with, learn with. So a lot of people are running these locally. But again, because the end user might not have enough space on their C drive, and that's where OLlama defaults to, I wanted to show you how you could store it somewhere else. Now, if we go back to the machine, when we first install, when we hit download OLlama and it goes to our downloads and we open it and install it, again, it's just going to default to the C drive. And that C drive, the folder is going to be under C, users, your username, and then right here, .OLlama. This is where the first model installed, the 7B one, not a big deal. It's only I think like 4 gigabytes, somewhere around 4 gigabytes, not a big problem. But I needed to store it somewhere else, because as you can see, a lot of my storage options are getting pretty full. But I do have a Micron 7300 Pro, which is an enterprise grade level NVMe SSD that I can store these AI models on and have no issues. So one way to do it is right click this PC like Windows 10 and click on properties. And then you're going to see it takes me to this advanced section where I can go to advanced system settings. And then here's the window we need to get to environmental variables, right? Or environment variables. So we need to get there. Another way to do it is if you go to system, right? You start Windows 11 system, click, settings, and then click on system, scroll down to about, and then you'll see here advanced system settings. Another way that you can get to it as well is if we go to start and just type in environment, you'll see it pop up, edit environment variables for your account. And then this is what the window looks like. And now we want to create a new one for our user variables, right? So user variables for, and then your username. You're going to click on new. And all you need to put in for the name is OLlama _ models. And then the value is going to be that directory that I just showed you, but you're going to change it to whatever drive letter you want. Again, if we go back to our C drive, we just need to replicate the same folders that the original was in. So again, that's the drive letter, the folder users, then the username, .OLlama is the next folder, and then models. So if we go to a new drive right now, we want to create a new folder with capital U for users. Then inside here, we're going to create our username, whatever the name is for our drive. And you don't have to do it exactly like this. You can name it whatever you want. Just make sure you specify that in the environment variables. Then another folder for .OLlama, and then another folder for models. And then we can just copy the top URL to our environment variables in order to complete this. And so there we are, L users instead of C users. And when we hit new, again, just like I showed you before, you're going to do OLlama models, which you can also do for your origins if you want to, but focusing on the models because they take up a lot of space. OLlama _ models, all caps, then the directory you want to store this. You're going to click OK. On the next window, you're going to click OK again. And then on the next window, for system properties, if it has apply, go ahead and click that and then OK. Now all you need to do is restart OLlama by going down to the taskbar at the bottom, clicking a little arrow to come up, right click on OLlama and quit. Give it a few seconds, relaunch it, and now we are storing any models we download through our command prompt, right? Let's go to a different model real quick. We could go download Mistral 7B, copy this in the upper right hand corner. You see that? Just click that little copy button. And now we can right click it in a new command prompt and go ahead and start downloading, and it will download depending on your internet speeds and file size, but just be patient with it. 4 gigabytes, 2 gigabytes, 3 gigabytes, not a big deal, but when you start messing with some of these bigger models, it could take quite some time. But that is how you can store your AI models in different storage locations or directories. Again, why somebody would do this is because their default C drive isn't big enough to handle all the models that they want to play with. And again, they want to use these models locally instead of relying on a centralized cloud AI provider or playing around with all these tokens or buying tokens. They just want to learn, test, study, or maybe make some enhancements themselves, which some of these open source AI models, they can do that. If you're knowledgeable enough, you can do that. You can present some changes to the project, and then, through pull requests and forking, the project owners can go ahead and take in any of your recommendations or changes or optimizations that you put forth. But it's fun to learn. It's always good to learn new things, and I challenge you to check it out if you are interested. I know everybody's got their difference of opinions on AI, especially AI from different areas, different genres, different countries. But it's all up to you to make that decision. I'm not here to educate you on that. I just wanted to show you how to store these models somewhere else, so that way you can have fun playing around with them. But that's going to do it for today's video. Do me a favor on the way out, hit that like button, get subscribed, hit the notification bell to stay up to date. So let's check out additional links in the description. They'll support the channel and what we do here, and you just have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. I'll catch you next one.